Yo, what's up guys, BeatsbyHcien here in case this is your first time. And yeah, as requested in today's video, I'm basically going to be showing you guys how to get a crisp vocals, crisp Afrobeat, Afro sync vocals using Ableton stock plugins, guys. Yes, I'm going to be using Ableton stock plugin for this video. Yeah, and if you haven't joined the Telegram channel yet, I urge you guys to click the link in the description below and make sure you go join, because I'm going to be dropping this vocal channel for free in the Telegram group. And as well, what I just ask you guys for is to just subscribe to this channel and also like, as I'm going to be dropping free stuff for you guys in the channel every Friday. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So yeah, as you can see right here, I'm going to be showing you guys what this sounds like without the effect, and this is what it sounds like without the effect.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
And this is what it sounds like with the effect.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So that's just basically how it's sounding, crispy, and you can make adjustment though, because like I always advise, when you finish mixing, go back, listen to it and see some adjustment that you can make. So that's also valid. So without wasting time, let me show you guys what I did with this particular one. Like I said, you can get it for free in the Telegram channel. Just click the link below. So what I'm doing now, you can look at my MIDI audio clip right here, and you'll be like, why am I having stereo audios and mono audios? The reason why you're seeing that was because I first of all, after cleaning the vocal, which is the first thing you need to do when you're mixing, like I said. So after doing that, the next thing I did was to manually correct the vocals. And if you would like to learn that, and notice not every vocal actually need this step. This step is just basically just to smooth things and even things out. If you feel like the artist is not really singing well and there are some places that you would like to correct, so you can manually correct the pitch. And if you don't know how to do that, you can just watch the video, click this link and go do that. So that's the first thing I did after cleaning the vocals. The next thing I did was to manually correct the pitch, which I don't want to do that so it doesn't waste time. The reason why we are here is for the vocal effect. So I'm basically going to switch all of this off while I explain. So yeah, the first thing I always do in my channel is to drop in a utility, and the essence of doing it is because this is what I use when I'm trying to gain stage, and also when I'm trying to automate. So I'd rather automate using the gain knob here and automate using the left and right knob here. The reason why I always advise to do that if you use Ableton is because when you automate with this, or you automate with this panel left and right, the moment you try to make any adjustment and you touch this button, for some reasons the automation automatically goes off. Do you get? So that's the reason why I have utility on all, both my MIDI clip and my audio clip, just so that I can easily automate both the gain and the stereo panel left and right. So after doing that, the next thing I did was to drag in an auto shift. So if you have Ableton 12, we have our own tuning plugin right now, which is auto shift. And for the strength, the first thing I did actually was to select my key. So in this particular song, we're on C minor. So I selected C, then scale, of course, minor, and I put off the smooth because I wanted to do that myself. And then I'm using the strength in 79%, so around 70 to 90%. You can play around that. You don't want to really make it 100%, unless that is the kind of feel you're going for. And for the smoothness, I'm just making it 188 ms. I'm just doing this based on what I can hear. Do you get? So this is like the flex stuff in auto tune. I don't know if it's flex or whatever they call it, but yeah, this is what fine tunes the tuning of the effect. So, and I just click on the natural feel, just to make it sound natural. This is what you get.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
And one thing about me, when I'm mixing, I always like to play the beat. I always like to mix the vocals to the beat, because sometimes you will notice when you're mixing the vocal on its own and you drop in the beat, for some reason they are sounding like two separate words. So I always advise, as much as you are mixing on mono, on solo, make sure you're playing the whole beat just to get a feel and just to know if the vocal is really syncing with the beat. So after I did that, the next thing I added was an EQ. So when you've tuned, once you've cleaned your vocals, you've done the manual tuning if you want to, and you add in your auto tune. The next thing you want to do definitely is to EQ and take out frequencies that you don't like. And if you drag and drop in the Ableton stock and you double click here, you can make it bold and big. So what I'm just basically doing is to cut out the lows. Do you get?
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life.
So after cutting the lows, I now start picking out frequencies that I feel like I don't really like how it's sounding. Do you get? So you just basically take it up and bring it down. You can use this knob here around to make it wide or tiny depending on how you want it to be. And yes, like I said, once you have this vocal chain, make sure you come here. And once you drop it and you're noticing some frequencies that are not nice, you can just come here and try to do this manually. So you can also not just drag and drop the chain and start using it. You just have to use your ears to hear if it suits you well, because my mic is different from the mic you're using. So yeah, after I've done this, the next thing I actually did was to add in, let's see what it sounds like without the EQ and with the EQ. So without the EQ.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So yeah, so this is it with the EQ.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
You can see the vocals already sounding a bit better. And the next thing I added after EQing is adding in a compressor. And if you watch my previous video, like I said, compressor is just basically what you use to tame the dynamics, take the high, low, bring it down, just make the vocals even. And in this case, like I said, we're using the stock plugin from Ableton, of course. And I'm just basically using the 4:1 ratio. Like I said, if you want to have that smoothness in the compressor, you can use the 3:1 ratio and you can use the 4:1 ratio. And I'm using a fast attack, a little bit fast mid-tempo kind of release, and I just basically drag this to the highest.
Baby girl, why don't you?
So I just brought it down to this part, and I'm using the makeup gain, automatic makeup gain, so it's helping me to bring it back to the volume. The threshold is just basically like I explained. Look at the highest volume of the voice.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie.
So for me, I wanted it to be around this size. So, you want to use the taste, and you can drag and drop this, like I said, and it works perfectly for you. And yeah, let's listen to what it sounds like without the compressor.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life.
With the compressor.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So that's what it's sounding like. And if you be following me, I always like to use two compressors. One is what I used to do my, compressing work, and the other is what I always used to add a glue or a kind of a analog feel to it. So in this case, I'm using the glue compressor because we're using stock plugins, and I'm just basically leaving the effect as it is. The threshold is only what I was just, moving around and making sure it's hitting in between the 0 to 5, basically to taste. And the makeup gain, I just added it 1. So this is what it sounds like without it.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life.
So this is what it sounds like with it.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So this kind of glues it together, and as well you can see I'm touching the volume, trying to always balance it with the beat. That's why I always say make sure you're mixing to the beat. And just like the previous video, you can see I'm following same step. The next thing I'm doing here after doing the compressing is basically using this OTT, and I'm using this OTT as a parallel compression, and I'm just blending it to taste. Okay, I'm going to exaggerate this. You can bring down your volumes if you're using headphones or whatever, and this is what it sounds like when it's over compressed.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie.
So you see, and I just basically brought it down to this to around 20.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So you can see this was giving that crispiness in the mix. So yeah, parallel compression is very good. And as we're using stock plugin, everything you see, we have OTT, and I'm just basically blending it, and you can be putting it around 15 to 25, but for these particular vocals, 22 was okay. And I added in another EQ right here, because I was okay. First of all, let me show you guys what it sounds like without OTT.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life.
and with OTT, which is basically a multi-band compressor, guys. So
baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I. Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life.
so after doing that, the next thing I did was adding another EQ. Now, if you have this vocal chain and if you've downloaded it, please just make sure you want to switch this off and use this only if you feel it is needed, depending on the kind of mic you're using, like I said. So I was noticing some frequency that I wasn't really still feeling, so I just had to bring in another EQ and, you know, cut out some stuff, and this is what it sounds like.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So this is what it is without it.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life.
So with this EQ,
baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
Yeah, I'm over compressing because that was what I was going for this. So in terms of your compression around this side, if you feel like you don't like the over compressed vocals, you can just take this up a bit once you have this chain in your laptop. So moving on, the next thing I do is DSR and Ableton. We don't really have a DSR plugin, but thanks to a video I watched and studied, I'm using a multi-band dynamic EQ to create a DSR for you guys. So once you have this chain, you have a DSR, and don't worry about this. It's just a fast attack. I'm using the 4:1 ratio. So this is what you'll be using to DS it. Do you get? So when you're taking it this way, you're DSing more. You're taking it more. When you're taking it this way, you're making it lesser. Do you get? So in this particular vocal, I'm using the -22.5.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh,
watch what happens when I over DS.
Baby girl, why don't you go?
You can see, so you don't want that. So we can just put it at 22.5.
Baby girl, why don't you go?
This is good.
Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So if you have Ableton, this is the only knob that you're going to be using for the DSing. So you take it front, you are DSing more. So you take it back, you're releasing it. So just use it according to taste. But if you feel like this -22.5 works for your vocals as you drop this chain, you can use it. So basically, after I have DS, the next thing I'm doing is to now start adding some delays. Do you understand? You know, and I'm using 2 delays. I'm using a 1/4 first.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
And the next one I'm using is a 1/8, and this time around I'm using a ping pong preset just to like make it wide, you know. So
baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I. Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
So you can see that's what it sounds like. And the next thing I'm doing, I'm just basically adding in a hybrid reverb. And as you can see, I'm using a 20, 21, 22%. I'm using the normal LA reflection, and I'm cutting the low so that it doesn't get too muddy. And this is what it sounds like.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I.
Together with the beat.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I. Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I got you for life. It's just you and I. Lately I try to apologize. Always thought that we just needed time. Baby, you know we could take it easy. Guess we both got tired of the fights. Cause all of my trust I left it on you. And I'm not perfect and I know I messed up.
You can see that is basically what it is, guys. Free. This is how you do and you mix and get the squeeze vocals using stock Ableton effect, guys. So if you have Ableton, you see sometimes you don't necessarily need to spend much money. You got to make do with what you have. And just a little thank you for supporting me I'm going to be dropping this free in the Telegram channel, and all I ask from you guys is to please always like my video, please comment so I can keep making more videos. I keep giving you guys more goodies. So yeah, tell me what you think about this video. If you're going to be using the channel, let me know in the comment section as well. And yeah, this is how you do it with stock plugins. And the guy that asked me to do this video, make sure you comment though. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Remember to always stay productive. Peace.
Baby girl, why don't you go? Oh, I lie. I got you for life.